everyone. I'm Angela from Essence Salon and Sanctuary, and I'm here with our beauty expert, Miss Brianna, and we're just here to talk about skincare today. Brianna, skincare is super important, and
Yes,
I know
it
that
is.
it's like your life, right? So I wanted to get you in here and just talk about skincare a little bit too, for anybody that wants to know.
Yeah.
You know, so many people
Amazing.
are always looking online for answers or
Yes,
whatever. So it's
exactly.
nice to-
And there's so many products, so many people telling you things to do, tips and tricks, things like that. My biggest thing I always say to people is just to keep it simple. You don't need to be using so many products, right? We don't need 50 products in our bathroom. Just, a vitamin C is really good, a retinol, a nice moisturizer, and of course your SPF. Those are the most important things to keep on hand. But have you ever heard of the method of kind of the oil trapping method? Have you heard of that, Angela?
No, I haven't heard of that.
So basically what it is it's the theory that after we wash our face, we actually don't want to dry it. What you want to do is right after you wash, you want to apply a water-based serum, something like, like the aloe spray we've got, or just like a nice toner to the skin. And then right after that, you want to let it dry for a couple seconds, maybe a minute, and then put your moisturizer on right after that, or even like a nice thick oil and then your moisturizer. But what that's going to do is it's really going to help to trap the water into the skin. Kind of like if you picture, a glass of water, and you put the oil on top, the water isn't going to dissipate into the air. It's going to kind of stay trapped underneath that oil.
Okay. So, a lot of people talk about water being dehydrating. So that's not the case?
No, we really want to make sure that we keep enough water in our skin as we can, because our skin is always expelling water, right? We have something called the transepidermal water loss system, and that can really be sped up in the winter time. Also, people who have eczema, rosacea, even acne sometimes, they can be very dehydrated, because dehydration is different from dry. Dry, you're going to be lacking oil. Then dehydrated, you'll be lacking water, which is what most people have.
Okay. And I know, like, this winter specifically,
Yes,
my
long
face, my face has been so dry. And I use good products. I use our Verso products, and I use Sephora products. But this year I found very dehydrating, and you think that's because
Yes.
my
Well,
water.
when the seasons change, really our skin reacts in all different ways. Sometimes people get more oily. Most people are getting more dry, but especially living in London, Ontario, with the weather fluctuating so much,
Yeah.
I do believe it is affecting people's skin and hair, scalp in many different odd ways, just because our body doesn't really know how to respond to it. But it has been a very windy, very tough winter, and the wind, of course, never good for the skin either, right?
Yeah. Windburn is just as bad as sun. Well,
Yes.
maybe not as bad as sun.
Not as aging, but still
not
very
good.
bad. Mhm.
Not good. I know too, like, my skin felt really dry, and I wondered as well if it, when I went to Japan, it was
Right.
like 20 degrees, and it's a big city. Tokyo is a big city, but I feel like there wasn't as much dehydration. And then when I got back, I just felt like my skin was like so thirsty. I
that's
wondered if it was
interesting.
the atmosphere as well there, but
Well, the changing of seasons, it does really come into play, our hormones, our body, all that sorts of stuff. Our body knows when we're traveling, and you can really never have, healthy, perfect skin if you don't have healthy everything else going on, right?
inside. So you need water
Yeah.
for the inside, and you need water.
Exactly, and sometimes even if you are drinking a lot of water, I have people who come to me and say, but I'm drinking so much water. Sometimes because your skin barrier can be compromised, your skin is just rapidly expelling the water. So that's why you feel dehydrated.
Okay. And then just to go back to kind of what you were saying in the beginning, so you're saying you can keep it simple, so vitamin C. So that's kind of newer out in the world, I feel like, for skincare. So can you explain like what the benefit of a vitamin C product would
Yes,
be?
so there is many different forms of vitamin C. you want to use one that is going to be shelf stable, because vitamin C is one of those products where it does go rancid fast, right? You always want to use something that's in a pump bottle, nothing in a jar, because once it's exposed to the elements, it's not going to do you much good. But the main things behind vitamin C is it's great to use in the morning time, because it really helps to fight against that UV radiation. Also, it's really brightening to the skin, and it helps to improve collagen production in the skin as well. So it's just one of those products that everyone can benefit from, or ingredients, sorry. And typically, it's not irritating to the skin if you find the right one for you.
Nice. Yeah. We have UV in our We have a vitamin C in our color line too.
Oh,
so I
that's
wonder if that's a
interesting.
UV thing, because it's not supposed to fade
Yeah.
as fast. So I wonder if that has something to do with
Actually,
it.
yeah, probably
And
most
the
likely.
brighter the color, the more you can smell it.
Oh,
And vitamin C
interesting.
in that concentrate does smell.
Yeah.
It can smell.
A little bit wonky. Even some,
yeah.
like of the higher potency vitamin C's, they do smell a little bit if they're not buffered correctly.
Yeah.
So it is kind of a tricky ingredient, but it is one of the best for the skin for sure.
Interesting.
Yeah.
UV.
And then, of course, one of the main things for the skin too is, like, besides sun, UV, right? The main thing that causes premature aging is lack of circulation. So we're very stagnant nowadays, and the skin, it doesn't get a lot of blood flow, and it slows the skin cell turnover down, which will create acne, fine lines, oil. It could do a lot of harm there. So it's always good to apply your moisturizer and kind of get a little bit of that massage going, and then of course facials are the most amazing thing for that, right? Gua sha, all that sorts of stuff at home will really improve and help you benefit. And we can even see signs of that as young as 25, actually.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like facials. I've been going for facials for a long, long time, and now I have 3. So I'm so lucky. I can understand that, and I feel like, after you leave a facial, actually the way you said it just made me think of this. My skin feels like I was at the gym.
Yes.
It
It's
feels
like a workout for the skin.
Yeah, invigorated, and it feels like new, happy. I don't even know how else to say it, but I always feel like I'm glowing and I'm happy. So yeah, I mean the circulation.
Yeah, you feel
That makes so
revitalized,
much
right?
sense.
You feel taken care of. You've got a space to come and unwind and really have someone do all the hard work for you.
Yeah. Oh, and the best work too, right?
Yes.
Because we never massage ourselves the way somebody else is going to.
It's hard to do your own face massage. I try and do it often, right? In the morning and the night, try and get my routines down, but it's never as relaxing.
I think
that's
too,
for sure.
you're concentrating, so it's never as relaxing.
Yeah, and you gotta get all those angles in and everything. Yeah, not as enjoyable.
It's the same as rubbing your feet. Just doesn't work. Get
Yeah.
somebody else to do it.
Exactly. It
You
feels
really
much
enjoy
better
it.
that way.
Yeah. And what was the other? Sorry, you said a retinol.
Yes, a retinol, and then just a good moisturizer. Something with like fatty acids, because that's really going to help to maintain the skin's barrier again, like we're talking about. Because we really want to use ingredients that are like already in the skin, like hyaluronic acid. That is an ingredient, that's not an ingredient, it's like something that's already found in the skin naturally, kind of like ceramides, right? All that stuff that's found in the skin naturally, cholesterol, fatty acids, all of that sorts of stuff is going to be really great for the skin. Squalene.
Yeah. Okay. And what about for people that, like I've heard, well, my sister is one of them, that says, I can't use retinol because it burns, or whatever, they feel uncomfortable with it or something.
You know what? I will say it is kind of a stronger product, because what it's doing is sending a signal basically to the skin to regenerate the skin cells. So sometimes when that skin cell turnover happens too fast, especially on rosacea or more sensitive skin types, you can get little red bumps or dryness, because retinol, it is non-hydrating. It's got no hydrating properties whatsoever. But it is great for many different skin conditions, right? Because it really helps to basically deeply exfoliate the skin. So in that case, we are seeing like a lot of new natural forms of retinol coming about, like the bakuchioli product, that ingredient. Now, its genetic makeup is not similar to retinol at all. It is plant-derived. However, it does have similar properties. It's got similar benefits from it. So that is like a new option that we're seeing that is nice for those people who can't use retinol. Our Verso retinol, it is buffered to be 8 times more effective while being half as irritating, but still with retinols it is tricky.
It is.
Mm-hmm. So some people, not many, but some people just are not a good candidate.
Okay. Yeah. Because I was gonna say, is there a sign where you were like, you shouldn't be using this anymore? Like, would you say like red bumps or really dry patches?
It is very normal for the first week or 2 to get little red bumps after using specifically our Verso or our retinol products. Dry patches also very normal for the first bit, but whenever whenever anybody takes a Verso product with retinol home, I always advise do not use it every day, right? This is not your everyday night cream or your everyday day cream if it's got the retinol in it. It's something that you would use a couple times a week. So you really cannot overdo it with retinol, or you will do more harm than good, especially if you're not wearing sunscreen.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's makes you more photosensitive, right? Just like any laser treatments or glycolic acid peels, are amazing, but you just have to make sure that you're really putting in the work yourself to wear that sunscreen.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I know you said as well, after a facial even, you're like, be careful about the sun, or wait when you put it on to go out in the sun like a half an hour to an hour if you can, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or I have a sun umbrella, I could use that, right? Yeah, that makes sense, because you're it's doing this thing, and then the sun is so bad for you.
Did you see the clips of the dermatologist convention in Hawaii?
No.
Did you see that on social media?
No.
So there was a convention in Hawaii, dermatologists of course, and so on their off time, they were on the beaches, doing tours and stuff, and people were taking videos of them because they were covered head to toe. They had big wide brim hats on, long sleeves and everything, and a couple people were poking fun at them, but then other people were saying, well, these people study skin cancer and they study the effects of the sun, so I mean they must know something we don't, right? Or just something that we maybe don't care about as much, but it really goes to show how the sun can be, we love the sun, but it can be very damaging for many reasons, right?
It can be. Mm-hmm. And it's getting worse and worse every year.
Yes.
From the time when I was little, or my parents were little, and now your age, right? The sun is more potent.
Mm-hmm. And in the USA, actually more people pass away from skin cancer than breast cancer, interestingly enough. So yeah, it's scary. It's a serious thing, not even just for beauty, but
I mean, if you think about it in your head, you probably know a couple of people with skin cancer.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh,
sure.
So many. Yeah.
Yeah, and I, like I said, I have an SPF 50 umbrella because I don't like sun. I use sunscreen as well, but I don't like sun. But I walk around it. People look at you, but I'm like, hey, yeah, I feel like, I don't know for sure, but I feel like sun is the most aging thing to you as well.
Yes, it for sure is. Mm-hmm.
I remember when we went to San Diego. If any of you remember Grady that used to work here, we went to this bar and they were carding people. They card everyone. So we were thankful. We gave them our cards. Grady was the oldest of all of us anyway. They're all like, no way. You guys are not this age.
Oh.
There's like, no way. You don't look that age. I'm like, we live in Canada. We're not in the sun very much.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. And you do notice it for the ladies who, live in Florida and everything like that, right? Like, if you have a man in your life who works a construction job, if you give him sunscreen to use every morning, I promise you will notice such a difference in his skin. Just the sunscreen makes such a huge difference for pore size, the dryness, fine lines. It is really overlooked, I will say.
Yeah, I feel bad for them. They have to be in the sun all the time.
I know.
I have a hard hat and an umbrella. I'm like, I need somebody to stand there down.
And they just don't care. We've all seen that picture of the trucker, right? The one side with the sun and then the other side. That says a lot.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I feel like sun is the most aging, most damaging to your skin.
Yes, for sure.
So moisturizing and protection are super important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as for sunscreen on your face, would you use the same one for your face than your body?
Personally, I don't use the same one for my face and my body because my face one it's a bit more expensive, right? It's specifically for the face. Now, I can't really walk you through exactly why they make different ones. I would assume the size of the molecules, right? Because we want something that's going to penetrate our face like a little bit better. And typically for my face, I am using a mineral sunscreen. For my body, whatever I use, it just has to be reef safe, of course, because, you know, I believe 70% of the world's oxygen comes from water.
Yeah.
We have to make sure that we are keeping those coral reefs safe, right?
Yeah.
So, and most important thing, make sure that you're using a generous amount. We say for the body, like for a day at the beach, a day in the sun, where you want to lather up your whole body, you want to use 1 ounce, so a whole shot glass size. And then for the face, you want to use about 3 finger lengths worth of sunscreen for the face. Yeah, I don't worry too much about reapplying it unless I'm at the beach or something like that, but usually I just put it on underneath the makeup, wait a little bit, and then go right ahead, and it works perfectly.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And like, could you use your face one all over your body if you didn't mind the price?
You could, but they usually come in a bit smaller packages, so
you're gonna run out.
yeah, I wouldn't advise it. But like, I'm not against using like our Eva Garden one we've got here. It is lovely for the face. I just have not personally tried it with makeup over top of it, because it does give you that really beautiful kind of glossy look. And I'm a matte face girl. I like a very, you know, doll-esque porcelain look to me, so I have not tried it, but I am going on vacation soon, as you know.
Yes,
so
yes.
I gotta stock up, because I always get the activator and then the sunscreen,
Yeah.
because you know it helps to make the tan. My boyfriend loves the activator because
Really?
he just loves how it makes him glow. He's like, I look like a buttered biscuit. I'm glowing. I love it. It smells so good. It's amazing.
Which I think is a great alternative to the frying in the sun. Remember, like back when in the 90s, they used to put oil on and sit in the sun. That's scary to me, whereas that is like, it kind of enhances but still protects, which I think is great.
Well, when I first met him, he would say, oh, let's get our tanning oil out. And I'm like, what? Oh my God. So I've changed him now. He's got his own sunscreen and, you know, all that stuff.
No skin frying here. Yeah, no. Yuck. I can't even. I don't even. That's why I have an umbrella, because I don't like the sun. I know it's bad for you.
I mean, good for getting you that vitamin D, but...
Oh yeah, but you can still get it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I know some people that are like, oh, I never use sunscreen because I want to tan. I'm like...
That's not how it works.
You can still tan. I promise you. You can still tan.
Or like, let me get my base tan, or they put their sunscreen on after they were already burnt. Yeah, I guess, you know, we have to learn. No judgment here, never.
I guess, but, you know, the cost can be pretty high if you think about it that way.
You gotta be very careful.
Yeah, for sure. So what would you suggest, like, you're saying you need, vitamin C would be really good. Start your morning with. You're saying you need, or you could have a retinol product, and then moisturizer. So would you put moisture always after the retinol, or always after to trap the water?
So typically a retinol, unless you're using like something prescribed from the doctor, which I'm not really well versed in the tretinoin lotion creams and everything, because I know those are like pure vitamin A. They can be a lot.
Right.
But typically, like a retinol cream is going to have some hydrating ingredients into it, right? Like ours has some turmeric. Turmeric is anti-inflammatory, so it really helps to kind of balance that out. So typically when you use your retinol lotion, you don't really need to, you know, use another one on top of it.
Okay.
But if you're using a retinol, keep in mind, remember, you are swapping it out. So you're not using that retinol every day. Also, you only use retinol at night. You never want to use retinol. I wouldn't use it in the morning. We do have a day cream with it, but that is buffered with SPF, so it's an okay one. But typically you want to be using SPF 30 or higher too, so keep that in mind.
Right, yeah. So then you're saying you would do that at night?
Yes,
okay.
Retinol always at night. And then in the morning, vitamin C, just like a nice little vitamin C lotion, your SPF, and typically you're good to go. If you want, you know, to add some more stuff, a toner would be really nice at that step. But you can, if it's not an active ingredient toner. You can use it in the morning and the night. I typically only wash my face in the evening, unless I'm very sweaty or whatever in the nighttime, because you kind of want to, leave a bit of a barrier during the day when you're going about your day for your skin. You don't really want to strip it and then go out about everything, right?
Yeah, that's true. And plus, with like you're saying, the seasons change. I mean, we're very humid here in Ontario, but like thinking about the winter, so dry. So if you're always washing it and stripping it, then it's gonna be drier even still.
Exactly. And I wear makeup too. I just make sure I wash my face twice at night, and then in the morning. It's a thing a lot of people are doing now, actually, skipping the morning wash and just washing at night. If you were gonna just wash once a day though, definitely at night.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they say about brushing your teeth nowadays too.
Oh, okay. No, I don't agree with that one. That's controversial.
Well, they're saying if you brush your teeth before your bed, then there's nothing there, right?
No, because, you wake up, I always brush my teeth before bed. I wake up and I just have, maybe I'm a mouth breather, I don't know, you get bacteria and stuff in your mouth.
Me too, everything happens. I don't know, like just a rinse in the morning. I don't know, that's what they're saying. But
brush your
teeth. They're
saying
saying not twice a day, that was the thing. So you're saying, same thing, just, at night, wash your face and then you're good.
But, I mean, you could always wake up and do a little tongue scraping, a little gargling. That would get you through.
There you go.
You don't have any stuff on your teeth.
Lysol, don't gargle Lysol. Listerine.
Yes, yeah. Don't spread that around.
Freshen her up. Yeah, don't do that. No. Yeah. I mean that does make sense to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there is a lot, a lot of different things you can incorporate, a lot of different, easy tips and tricks, but the main thing is just kind of keep it simple, because that will ensure that you are consistent with your routines and that you're not feeling stressed and pressured to do all these different things.
Or have all these products and everything. Yeah,
exactly.
That makes sense to me. And I think you nailed it there with the routine, because I know, as a woman, we got so many things to do. And if you add kids in the mix, my kid's grown up, so, that's kind of gone. But it's so hard to take care of yourself. So a simple routine is definitely a great answer to that.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it.
I mean, in the morning, you wake up, typically you just want to go about your day, right? You don't want to spend 20 minutes putting all this stuff on your face. And then in the night, typically people just want to crawl right into bed. So, but just, 5 minutes, that's all you really need. The worst thing is just getting up and doing it, really.
Yeah. I was going to say, and that's the other thing we overthink. You're like, oh my gosh, but how long is it really?
Yeah.
Wash your face twice, put on your retinol.
Exactly.
Climb into bed.
Wake up and you feel amazing, right? You can even feel it in your skin. You feel like you've taken care of yourself. That's the main thing for me.
So one other thing that I was wondering about too is what you think about body washes, bars of soap, stuff like that, because they sell it to you, right, in the store. A lot of men that I know use bars of soap head to toe. You do?
No, not me. Men, all these men with their dirty little bar soaps.
I'm like, I can't. It feels like my skin's cracking if I use them.
Well, I actually looked into this topic, and I came across a video by a dermatologist on YouTube. Her name is Dr. Dre, I believe. And she had a video talking about when you shower, you don't need to use any body wash, just use the water, right? We do not need to be scrubbing and washing our bodies. That being said, if you work in a hospital setting, a PSW, maybe you sweat a lot, definitely under these pits we want a little bit of, a little bit of that, a little bit of soap there. But honestly, I never go in with any type of bar soap or any soap and scrub my body. I just feel like you don't need to, because every soap is drying.
Right.
Every soap is going to be dehydrating. Unless it's an oil cleanser for your skin, it's just going to dehydrate you. It's going to affect your skin barrier. So if you do feel like, you want a little body wash with your scented wash or something like that, best thing to do is just make sure you moisturize after the shower. Or if that's too much work, get yourself a nice little toner spray, like our aloe spray, and that's what I do. I just spritz myself all over after every shower, and I'm always really moisturized. Well, I'm kind of biased because I do use our aloe body kit all the time. But yeah, so you really don't need to be using a bar soap on the whole body. Okay. Just the main areas, the most important ones, you know what I mean.
Yeah, because I'm like, I can't do that.
No.
It feels like my whole skin is going to crack off. But I do use the aloe, which is, they said, like, it can be for a body wash. And the thing is it's, like, pH balanced. And I don't feel like I have, like, dry skin or greasy skin.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like I'm pretty good.
So I will say I get very awful acne on my back. So I have a face wash in the shower that is for acne skin. So I will just, move my hair out of the way, scrub my back with that. And then a key thing with that too is making sure if you do have body acne, do your whole hair care routine, shampoo, conditioner, and then wash your back. Because if you're not using Euphora, like some of the ingredients and some of the shampoos and conditioners, they'll kind of stick to the water on your body, right?
I can see that.
Yeah. Which one?
Or even like your hair is long. My hair's pretty long, so it's kind of sitting there.
Yes, exactly.
So if you don't wash it afterwards, then the conditioner or whatever, and like conditioners have waxes and all this stuff in it, so it's not necessarily good to be sitting on that.
So what I do is I clip my hair up, then wash my body. I guess I'm a liar. I kind of do wash my whole body with that acne treatment, but that is because I am very oily, acne prone, ingrown hairs, all that stuff.
Okay, all that stuff.
All the fun stuff.
Yeah. So skincare is simple. Like she said, it doesn't have to be overwhelming.
Or expensive, or you
yeah.
don't have to have every new product, every new thing that you see.
And if there's something that you have, like you mentioned earlier about rosacea or whatever, that's a whole different story. That's a whole different thing, and you can, I know you can call here and get a consultation with Brianna. That's complimentary to talk about your skin. That's never an issue. But most people, I think, overthink it or overwhelmed or afraid.
Yes,
because
exactly.
it becomes like, oh my gosh, especially for women.
Yeah.
Nowadays, ads are everywhere. They want to sell you a million things, and you don't know what to do. And
personally, like, sorry to interrupt. I'm not on social media at all, but when I do log on to check things out, I have found that everything is an ad. Even the people who it doesn't seem like it's an ad, but it's always an ad for something, surprisingly enough. Like, it's unfortunate being in the beauty space, because whenever I wanted a product, I used to always look up, reviews and things on it. But now it's all sponsored reviews, and I looked it up, and most brands are pivoting all their marketing budget to influencers and stuff.
Of course, yeah.
Which is tough, especially for the young girls, So
one thing that I do like is they have to say it's sponsored, though.
Yes.
Because I think back in the beginning with the influencers, they didn't do that.
Here's the thing.
It's kind of being like,
they do, but a lot of influencers will talk about products from brands because they want to get sponsored by the brand. Now, maybe it's because they do like the product or whatnot, but a lot of people are doing product placement type things like that. They want to be sponsored by this brand, so they talk about this brand and all their products all the time to their audience, right? Because they want those sponsors. So, I don't know, it's a scary world out there.
It is. Literally, everywhere you turn, there's a sale. Or the joke is Google hears you, and then it's in your phone.
I know,
right?
Yeah.
So really, if you want advice and you want to know what's best for your skin, the best person to talk to is someone like Brianna, like a beauty expert, because she takes a lot of education and whatever, and it's not about a sale. It's about helping you and your skin, because, I'm a hairdresser, she's a beauty expert, and skin is her jam, right? Hair is my jam.
Yeah.
Like, we want the best for you.
And we're able to actually physically see your skin, right? Talk about your exact routine, what works for you, what might not work for you, rather than some random person selling you something. They don't care if you use it or not, right?
They're
just
talking
happy
to a
they sold
million
it.
people. They can't.
Exactly.
It can't be about you.
Not one thing can be good for someone's whole audience, and that's what people, I think, need to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Pantene box dye.
Yes,
or whatever. Like, I don't even know if they have dyes, but it's not always great. And ingredients is super, super important.
Yes.
It's like ingredients in food. We're way more conscious about all that. Well, ingredients in your hair care and ingredients in your skin care, like that, you need to know. And that's where, speaking to you, if I booked an appointment with you, you could tell me like what vitamin C would do for my skin.
Yeah, exactly.
Not like,
right?
oh, I heard it's good,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or like you don't need that.
And that's something that I find,
you
myself
benefit from
doing
it.
often. I'm like, yeah, you use all these things. I don't think you need this, this, and that. Like,
Right.
I don't think those are doing anything for you, type of thing, right? Save yourself some money, cut those out. And I will say, when you do invest in skincare that is more result based,
Mhm.
you know, you don't have to use as much. You'll, like, that's the thing, when you're buying a cheap face lotion, it's like, okay, yeah, it'll last you, like, might last you, it might not, because you're using a lot, and the thing is, you're not really you're not getting those results, so it's like, you might as well not even bought it, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or if you're using like 8 things and you need 3, cut those. What does that 8 things add up to? And you
Yeah.
can have a better quality for your own skin.
Yeah, and your skin doesn't actually like all of those ingredients and products. It gets overwhelmed, just like we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crying for help as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so yeah, I feel like, you know, definitely the key here is a routine. Keep it simple.
Mm-hmm. And consistent.
And
right?
consistent.
With your routine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that's wonderful.
Yeah. Just some things to focus on, right?
Yeah. And if you have any questions or concerns, you can comment to us, or you can call us if you're in the
Yes.
city of London, Ontario.
Please reach out.
Yeah, as I said, consultations are complimentary. We love to see you, talk to you,
Yes.
help you. Anything else you want to say?
I think that's all for me today. I think I got everything out that I needed to say. But
Okay.
yeah, really give us a call, or you can always book online for the skin consultations. They are, of course, like you said, complimentary. And then you get to check out this beautiful room that we're in.
Yes. All right, so everybody wear sunscreen.
Yes, please.
Keep it simple and consistent.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Bye, guys.